Good afternoon. It is Friday and it is a really dark, gloomy day. It's about 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, and I mean it's pretty dark now, but it has been just as dark for the whole day. Like, the sun hasn't come up today. It's just been really grey. Actually, I might go outside because it's pretty dark in here, isn't it? Can't see me at all. I'm in the shed, I'm at the window. Let's go outside, see if we can brighten up a bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's a bit better. But yeah, it's a really, really grey day up here. And we've just nipped up, come up to see the girls, check they're all right, check they're happy, got plenty of food, all the rest of it. Water some things, and then we're actually going off to buy a Christmas tree. So yeah. Are you right, girlies? Girlies! Oh, Roobs, you look terrible, darling. Right, Scrappy. Are you moulting, sausage? You look very scrappy, lady. You do? Scrappy, do. You look very beautiful. Yeah, very beautiful. And you too, Mills. Yeah, look at those gorgeous chickens, huh? Not quite the case with you, Roob. Well, we came up to tell you we're going to get the Christmas tree, girls. We did. We're going to go get the Christmas tree. Hello, little sausage. Hello, little sausage. Boop, 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 boop. I'll go get you some greenies, shall I? Get you some greens. Yeah, so Christmas tree is the next thing on the list today, which is pretty exciting. I'm going to get something nice and green for the girls to eat. I think I might get some cabbage leaves. Let's pick some of them. Question is, can I do this without actually undoing? Yes, I can. Woo! We got something tasty. Come on, girls. Where's the other chicks, girls? And the others there, can you see them? Yeah, the cabbage leaves just suddenly lost their appeal because Mum's gone in with the treats tin. Will I just... Go on. Yeah, some corn. Here's some corn. You ready? So yesterday I went up and saw Sarah. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago Sarah and I did the pub quiz up at the Colonel Fawcett in Camden? Well, I went up there and saw her again yesterday, and last time we came second in the quiz and this time we came first. Just the two of us. So I wasn't going to film it because obviously I saw you up there, or I took you up there a couple of weeks ago, so I thought, oh well, I won't bore you with that again. But after we'd won, Sarah was just so elated that I thought I would just fill you in on how pleased we were with ourselves. Sarah was so smug. She was so smug. Right, train back to Richmond. But we were feeling pretty pleased with ourselves after that, so I did film a bit. So many trees. It's always so difficult choosing one, and then I get the guilt. So I normally go for the first one that I picked out, because then I feel bad about leaving it behind if I've already picked it out and rejecting it. And to be fair, I'm quite happy with a bit of a wonky tree. I mean, I think he's quite sweet actually, Mum.
Okay, it's not too wide, is it?
It's very narrow.
Good, that's what we... Might have to put part of the seat down. Oh, do you think you can squeeze it in?
Yeah, I'll just unhook these.
Yeah.
Trees up. We've got it in a different spot this year actually, because normally we have the tree split between the sitting room and the dining room, like it's right in the middle there. But we've got more people coming for Christmas this year than normal, so we need a bit more space around the table. And so we're trying it in the corner. And before we get decorating, a couple of essentials. We need to get the fire lit and we need to get the fizz out. Because who decorates a Christmas tree without bubbles? Cheers. So this is how things normally go here. We get the fizz out and then Mum sets to work repairing the baubles because I don't know how it happens, but every year they go back in the box intact, or you think they do, and then when you go to hang them on the tree, they've got no strings. Lovely. What have I done with that? I just put the one that didn't have a... Beautiful.
Is that all right?
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, glasses refilled. Are we ready for more Christmas music? This morning I'm doing a job that I have been wanting to do for ages. We are pruning the mulberry tree. Oh, the gorgeous mulberry tree. This tree's been in the ground for about 6 years, maybe 7, and it is a wondrous, wondrous thing. But they've got a very spreading habit and it's starting to get in the way a bit. Also, we had a problem with keeping the birds off the fruit, so we need to reduce the size. But this is the branch that sticks right out into where we walk towards the greenhouse that needs to come off because it's driving us all nuts. But overall, we just need to take it down by about half actually, because it's got quite big. And up until last year, the birds never went for the fruit. So it didn't really matter that it was a bit sprawling. But this year, they took absolutely everything. So we're going to reduce the size so that we can cover it next year and hopefully get some more fruit. So this branch is going to come off right here. It's drastic. It's drastic. Ah, I've been wanting to take that branch off for ages. Right. So pruning the mulberry tree, you need to wait till it's gone completely dormant. This hasn't had any leaves on it for about a month, so it should be okay. Otherwise, they tend to weep quite a lot from the wounds. But so far, so good. No weeping. I'm going to take off the bigger branches all the way across the top, and it's going to feel really, really, really severe, but it's something that needs to be done. I know it does. So I'm going to keep it down to the same sort of height that we've got the apricot tree, because that works absolutely perfectly. It's big enough that it's still got quite a lot of canopy and it can produce quite a lot of fruit, but it's small enough that we can cover it. That's the ideal. We also need it to not provide too much shade, so where it's situated, the sun's coming from the other side most of the time onto the greenhouse, but right in the evening in the middle of summer, or in like mid to late summer, just at the end of the day, a whole load of sunshine comes in from this other side, just comes through the trees and hits the greenhouse, which gives it a really nice late evening kind of boost of warmth before the night. And this tree is just starting to kind of shade it out, so we need to keep it small enough that it's not doing that either. Another reason to give it a bit of a hard prune. It's a shame because mulberry trees themselves have this really incredible kind of like sprawling habit, and they're very, very wide trees. But I think this is going to kind of act like more of a pollarding, so it's going to produce a lot more branches a lot closer in, and that is what we're after. There's a magnificent old pollarded mulberry tree on the other side of Holland Park in Kensington that I've always admired. And so maybe we can get this little chap to kind of grow along in those lines. Okay, I think that's enough. That hurt quite a lot. It's drastic, but I'm really pleased. I think I've taken out a lot of the crossing branches in the middle. I've left a lot of the younger drooping branches because I want to keep that kind of weeping habit. And yeah, that is that. That's the mulberry tree cut. There's a tiny, tiny bit of weeping from the wounds, but barely anything. So I'm really happy with that. And now I just got to mulch it. But the most crucial thing is that branch is gone. So now we can do this. Walk to the greenhouse without being whipped in the face.
Much better.
Something else I've noticed while I've just been in the shed is that, do you remember the butternut squash that we were unconvinced about, but we were kind of fingers crossing? Well, they're looking a bit soft. These ones are all fine. This chap, absolutely fine, really solid. The crown prince, luckily, totally fine. But these guys, look, they're just starting to go in at the top. Look at that. Not great. So I'm going to take them home with me today and either chop them up and freeze them, or I might roast them first and then freeze them. But at least we'll get something out of them. Yeah, this one's gone as well. Poo. And this one, which was our most promising one, is really soft at the top here, look. All right at the base though, so I think they should roast up just fine. I'll be able to rescue something out of them. They might not be as sweet and nutty as if they'd really fully cured, but they'll still be tasty. Come home with me, chaps. And this, so I just keep reminding myself of this. This is Mum's note-taking of the temperatures in the polytunnel and the greenhouse. And I still haven't printed out those sheets for her, which is annoying. I'll do that as soon as I get home. Loads and loads of statistics for the greenhouse, but not so many for the polytunnel because we haven't been opening it that much because we didn't want to let the heat out. But I'm going to go in there now and have a look what's what, because it's been about a week since I've stuck my head in. Looking all right. Everything looks like it's still quite damp as well, so I don't need to water. Parsley's looking strong. Red chicory, gorgeous. Pink mizuna, lovely. The lucullus is coming on. Most of this stuff we will be eating in the very early spring, so like February time. What temperature did it get to in here? Whoo, -3. That is chilly. It hasn't been in the minuses in the greenhouse. So this chap isn't looking too hot. This is my lemongrass. I think it's way too cold for him in here. You come home with me. You come home with me, chap. We'll put you in the conservatory instead. That'll be much more comfortable. Yes. Hey, girls. Are you 3 gorgeous velociraptors? You are? Cabbage-eating velociraptors. Beauty girls. Yes. You would be so excited if you knew the treats we had for you for Christmas. Oh yes, you would be beside yourselves, girls. I've got very chilly lemongrass here, girls, that I'm going to take home. I am. I'm going to take it home. So we're just about to head off. I'm about to give the girls their... Can you hear that, girlies? They can hear that. Just about to give the girls their treats and we're going to head off. But do you remember a couple of weeks ago, I was bemoaning the fact that my Facilia, the green manure I'd put in the bed that's got the Asturian cabbage trees in, like the germination had been rubbish and like barely anything had come up. And I rather over-sowed. I just threw the whole rest of the seed packet down. Well, germination was slightly better this time. Look at this, a green haze has risen out of the soil. So these were the few from the original sowing, and this absolute sea of Facilia is what I threw down the other day. Yep, not short of Facilia now, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a bit late for it, obviously, and I don't know how well it's going to do, but yeah, at least something's happened. It makes me feel better that there's a bit of green in the bed. And oh, look at this, an old beetroot. A stealth beetroot in the bed. Right. Okay, I'm going to class that as a success on the Facilia front. Yeah, girlies. Yeah. you ready to head off? Yeah, I'll put it on our way out. We've got the things in there. Okay, finally going to do those sheets for Mum. Good old, what's it called? Google Sheets, is it? Google Sheets. What everyone used to know as Excel spreadsheets, but you know, Google Sheets, free version, can't go wrong with that. Let's put this together. I'm just going to have date polytunnel min and max and greenhouse min and max. And then at the end of the year, we will see what kind of a difference the bubble wrap made. So I know that there's normally about a 1.5 degree difference between the greenhouse and the polytunnel. The greenhouse is normally that much warmer. So that's kind of average. And we'll see if the average is more than that with the bubble wrap in there.
Very pale, isn't it? I think I must be running out of ink.
Lovely. Okay, well, although it's actually a whole week till Christmas, it's Sunday morning this morning. Sorry, it's a bit wobbly. It's Sunday morning this morning and Christmas Day is Saturday, so we've got a whole week. But this is the last day that the farmer's market that we go to is on because it's a Sunday market. So we're off to pick up mince pies, Christmas pudding, and anything else we can find that's exciting. We've got to pick up Pat first. Pat, who we went on the adventure to the garden centre and on the Woolwich ferry with, so he's coming to the farmers market as well. The trees along this road look absolutely stunning with no leaves on like that. Don't they look gorgeous? They look like pencil drawings or something, particularly with that really white grey sky. They look absolutely gorgeous.
Moved into the back.
I have.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, how lovely.
Oh, we appear to have come in at the back of the stand. Yeah. Okay, welcome to Chiswick Food Market. I said farmer's market, it's not actually technically a farmer's market, it is just a food market. But they have lots of exciting things here. And the reason we're here particularly is to get Peter's mince pies and his Christmas pudding, because they are the finest mince pies in particular. I don't actually eat Christmas pudding, I'm not that great a fan of it, but the mince pies are something else. They've got so much orange in them. Oh, they are just so good. So, and you have to order them. They're in great demand, so everything is ordered in advance. And we're just here for the pickup. So we got the Christmas pudding, Mum's favourite. Very beautiful. And these are the gems, the absolute gems. Unfortunately, because it's a whole week till Christmas, there is absolutely zero chance of any of these being left for Christmas Day or even Christmas Eve, when we normally eat lots of mince pies. But
Hi. There we are.
they are beautiful. Thank you very much.
And that would be lovely.
There, absolutely perfect. Thank you. Let's go and have a look what Ted's veg has got. Oh, kalettes, gorgeous purple kalettes. I've got to have some. Our kalettes, we've only got 3 plants this year. I don't know what happened to the rest of them, and they aren't looking that great. So I'm going to succumb to kalette desire and buy some of these. They look beautiful. Okay, I think that is us about done here. Because Mum's walking so slowly, she's got really cold. So we're going to head back home with our goodies. Well, cheers, chaps. Tonight is the longest night of the year, which means that tomorrow, when the vlog comes out, we will be on the way back up again to the longer days rather than the 4 p.m. pitch black nonsense that we're in at the moment. Actually, this time of year, I don't mind it. Up until the solstice, I feel like it's getting cozy and it's kind of the build up towards Christmas and it's all really kind of nice. And because it's chilly and you get the fire on and you can be all sort of cozy at home. The time that I find it really difficult is when we get into January and it's like the long slog to spring. I find that bit a little bit more difficult, but at the moment it's all right. And this is going to be the longest night. So happy solstice, I suppose. I've got loads of cheerses to do this evening, which is always good, but I've got loads of cheerses. The first one is to the lengthening days, back to the time when you can sit around on the plot at 9 o'clock and it's still warm and beautiful. Seems like a long way away at the moment, doesn't it? So cheers to that. So something else that happened this week that I didn't mention in the vlog was that yesterday, today's Monday, yesterday on Sunday, the collaboration video about compost came out yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock. I will put a link to that straight underneath here. In fact, I might just put a link at the end of the video. I'll see if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can link to videos that are not my own, but I will try that out. So it might either be on the end screen or underneath. But go and have a look because there's quite a lot of different ways. So I'm talking about having 3 bins composting. Actually, I'll go into a bit more detail on how to do composting than I've ever done on the vlog before. So if you are interested, have a look at that. We got loads of stuff to do on the compost bins this coming, so January, February time. As you know, I mentioned in the last vlog, we're going to move them all. They're currently on one side of the allotment and we're going to go and move them to the other side so that we've got space to grow some Jerusalem artichokes and have a bit of an extended bit next to the pond. So there's quite a lot of composting stuff about to happen in January. But if you're not, I'm rambling. But if you want to have a look at the 3-bin system that I use and loads of other different systems like hugelkultur and wormeries and hot bins and all sorts of other bits and pieces and ways of composting, go and have a look at that video. Oh, and cheers to that. Collaborations is something I'd like to do a lot more of next year. So thank you so much to Eli for arranging that because it was pretty good. So another thing to say, not quite so cheersy, is why Mum's been hobbling around with a walking stick. She's not impressed with it, I can tell you, but she's hurt her hip. I don't know if it's a problem with the back or it's actually a problem in her hip, but it's being a real pain, which is why she's like hopping around. Hopefully that's going to get sorted soon and she'll be back to being, you know, hop, skip, leap and sprightly and all the rest of it. But at the moment it's being a bit of a drag, We seem to be going around in circles at the moment if everybody's got some sort of mobility issue in the house. And on top of that, the cat's gone deaf. So we've got mum on a walking stick. My feet are all right now, except that I had my jab this morning, my booster jab, COVID booster. So now I can't lift one of my arms. You see my arms doing this rather than any sort of waving around because it's completely numb. Dad's hurt his knee, like I said the other day, and the cat's gone completely deaf. So he's shouting even louder than he normally shouts. And also he's really fun to surprise because he doesn't know you're coming. And then you just walk in front of him and he's like, every time. So I'm enjoying it. But hopefully that is just another thing which is going to be fixed early in the new year. Don't fret, I have taken him to the vets. It is being sorted out, but it's funny while it's lasting. So in last week's video, I was talking a lot about tomato varieties, and I had masses of comments on the last video about all different sort of tomato variety suggestions, and lots of people saying that some of the ones that I had on my list were really fantastic and all that kind of stuff. I've read them all and haven't got around to answering them, so I'm going to go and do that either this evening or tomorrow afternoon. So I will get back to you on all those tomato excitement messages because I'm feeling the tomato excitement myself. But in terms of comments this week, over the Christmas period, I'm going to do a Q&A because next week is going to be quite sort of housework heavy. Although we're still going to be going up and seeing the girlies and stuff, there's not a great deal of things I'm going to be doing at the allotment over the next week. So the vlog is going to have a Q&A in it, sort of like Christmas Q&A, end of the year, that sort of thing. So if you've got any burning questions, either in the comments underneath, you can get hold of me on Instagram. I'm just plot_37 on Instagram, so you can come find me that way. Give me a message there. Or I'm going to put a community post up. I know I've talked about community posts before and how I don't really know what's going on with them, but I have been looking into it and I think I've worked it out. Either of those three sort of spots, ask me and I will compile some questions to answer and have a drink to in next week's vlog. And talking of next week's vlog, by the time next vlog comes out, be on the Tuesday, Christmas will have already happened. So this is going to be a massive Merry Christmas. Actually, hold on a second. Mum? Move the camera over. So talking of Christmas, it's just basically a massive cheers from both of us, and I hope you have an incredible Christmas. Hopefully Omicron doesn't shut everybody down for New Year, but they might do. So let's try and appreciate Christmas while we've got it. So cheers everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mum.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
And when I see you next, it will be after Christmas. So yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Cheers.